Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to you all today. I hope you've had a pleasant day so far. I'm very pleased to welcome you to a brand new session of the Career Transition series organized by the Institute of Product Leadership. My name's Harleen, and I'll be your host for today's session. The Career Transition series has been organized to help you all gain insights from individuals who have successfully transitioned into product management or accelerated their careers into product leadership. Right? In today's session, our speaker will share her professional journey and how she transitioned her career to becoming a senior product manager. Once she's done presenting her insights, we will open up for questions. Please keep your questions ready and you can post them on Zoom in the Q&A section. This session is also being streamed live on LinkedIn and YouTube. So viewers on both these channels, please feel free to post your questions in the comment section and I'll make sure to share them with our speaker, right? All right, then let's kickstart this session by welcoming and introducing our speaker for this evening, Ms. Kari Sunita. With over 11 years of experience in quality assurance, Sunita has honed her skills in manual automation and backend services testing for web applications. Her background in agile environments and leadership in complex projects have allowed her to collaborate effectively with global teams. After gaining valuable global exposure, including multiple stints in the US, she has successfully transitioned into a senior product manager role at PayPal. Today, she will be sharing her inspiring journey of career transition and the lessons she learned along the way. Please join me in welcoming Sunita. So pleased to have you join us this evening, Sunita.
Thank you so much, Harleen.
I will just stop sharing my screen so that you can go ahead, right?
Okay, let me share my screen and let me know once it is visible.
Yes, of course. Your screen's visible, Sunita.
Okay, thank you so much. So firstly, thank you for inviting me to this series. Before diving deep, just one call out. I am not an expert in product management. I am also learning as part of this journey, but definitely happy to share my journey. And if it is beneficial for people to pick and choose one or two things which can help in their product journeys, that would be a pleasure for me also. So hello, everyone. I am Sunita. Currently, I'm working as a senior product manager at PayPal. Starting and talking about my career journey, it all started with, I started working as a quality assurance engineer with PCS, wherein my primary responsibilities were to certify various core banking functionalities before delivering to the clients. So I was primarily, if you see here, I was primarily working on core banking software solutions for different nationalized banks within India, like Central Bank of India, State Bank of India. So as part of this journey, one thing which I had an opportunity was to closely collaborate and work with the customer directly. While the first phase of my career was quality assurance, but because I got an opportunity to work with the customer directly, I slowly transitioned into a, I would say, mixed role, where it was a mix of various roles that I had picked up. Working closely with the customer, I got a chance to understand the requirements that they have with core banking systems, right? During those days, there was a core digitization initiative which was running across the nationalized banks to connect all their branches so that user is able to reap the benefits of a core banking system. So where I primarily started as a product owner was understanding the various requirements each of these nationalized banks had. What are the customizations that they would need to have in the banking software as per their needs? The central bank had different demands versus SBI had a different demand. So understanding their requirements and then working with our own teams to build those features and the products, and also focusing on the quality aspects of it, and then delivering it to the client. One additional thing which I had also picked up was helping the clients with the seamless integration with the products that we had built. So I would say it was a mix of product owner, integration engineer, quality, and then a subset of project management skills also, because you had to collaborate with all different teams and also with the client. So working with the client actually helped me in moving from being a quality engineer to picking up various roles and working closely with these users. So having gained these kind of experience, later I transitioned into a senior software engineer with PayPal eBay at that time. Here my focus was primarily on building and delivering different wide range of products to our customers at PayPal. Along this journey, it was more technical in nature. While I was building my technical skills, I was also working with multiple cross vertical teams, handling different scale of projects, which helped me learn the soft skills of working and closely collaborating with different teams. So after a couple of years, I realized that somewhere I felt like I was stagnating in my current role, because yes, for sure, I was understanding the needs or the requirements that were given to me. I was able to work with the team and deliver those features, but at the same time, I was not getting the complete visibility into what we are building, how is it going to help the customer, and why would customer come and pay to us, firstly, right? I mean, there are many products available outside in the market. So these questions were running in my background. So while working on these things, I was also trying to see, is this role something that I would like to continue further, or considering the curiosity that was getting built over a period of time, and also a mix of roles that I played in my past career, right? So along with that, I decided that maybe it's time for me to move on and explore a different career path. Now, the biggest question that I had was, which career path do I select? Uh, After working majorly on the technical aspects and on engineering side of it, I was unsure of which role to pick, but few things which were very clear in my mind was, I was able to put down the skills and the capabilities and abilities that I have built over a period of time in my previous journeys. And at the same time, I had an opportunity to work with different cross vertical teams, 3NA box teams, wherein we have strong connections with project managers, product managers, engineering, and then UI UX designers. So these were some of the career paths that I could see in front of me, considering that I was working already on projects with these people, right? So I was trying to closely monitor and keenly observe what are the roles and responsibilities that these various career path people are playing in their day-to-day life. And I was also constantly checking on what are my skills, where do I have my strengths, and which role out of all these roles is something that would be passionate for me, and I would be much interested to try it out and continue for quite some time. So after analyzing my own skills and understanding what these other colleagues are doing, I decided to move on to product management. One other thing to add was, I had a chance to collaborate with some of the most amazing product managers in my journey, and they have always been inspiring. The way and I was continuously observing them on what is that they are trying to bring to the table to the team, what kind of projects are they prioritizing, why are they even prioritizing those projects, and things like that. It was just that I was not able to completely get a holistic view of what we are doing, why we are doing, and why would a customer pay for us. So with all these curiosities, I decided to move on to product management. Now the journey starts over here, right? Where yes, I have decided, but do I have the opportunities lined up for me? It wasn't an easy path. So what I did was I expressed my interest to move on to product management to my management. Um, they were open to it, but then fortunately or unfortunately, there was no clear career path for me to easily transition into that role. There were multiple factors to it. There one, considering the critical projects and the delivery timelines associated with it, I wasn't able to completely transition to any of the roles because of the current responsibilities that I had at that point in time. Also, every time I used to express this interest, there used to be a lot of organizational changes that used to happen while I was picking up some part-time roles and trying my best. But then, due to all other factors, things were not moving very smoothly. So then I decided, maybe what if I don't get a full time? Are there any other ways for me to explore this product management path, right? So what I did, I explored other paths. So some of this which I have listed here. I participated in a hackathon for NGOs, which PayPal usually conducts yearly once. And one of the main problem statement that we have heard from most of the NGOs was on they wanted an affordable inventory management system for their inventory tracking in the NGOs, right? So this was one of the problem statement with which we heard from multiple NGOs. So I partnered as in this hackathon, and I picked up the role of a product manager for this particular product, and with couple of other enthusiasts who were also looking to transition into different roles, we formed a three in a box team, having product manager, engineers from various technical skills, and we collaborated together. And my focus was primarily to understand the needs of the customer and work with the team, and then also go back to the customer on what we have built. So this was like an end-to-end experience, working directly with the customer and then building a inventory management system for these NGOs, keeping in mind the requirements that they had. Was it has to be affordable, they should be able to scale to different branches when they open it up, and things like that. So this exposure directly working with customer was very good for me in terms of learning my product management skills. After this, I also realized and understood that there is a part-time product role in one of the teams within PayPal. Out of curiosity, out of my wantingness to learn this product management, right, I picked up that role. But it definitely came along with its own responsibilities, along with my existing engineering responsibilities. So it was purely part-time, where I had to work outside my bandwidth. The only reason because I wanted to actually explore this career path. So while it was exhausting and taxing personally, it was definitely one of the good ways to learn and move to product management, and learn various skills that are needed for this role, right? So that also gave me a good exposure. So all this while, after this journey, as I was continuing on the part-time role plus my engineering responsibilities, I also got to know a direct product opening within my own team. So that was one of the best thing that could have happened. So I reached out to my peers, I expressed my interest to move to product management once again. And considering the involvement that I had and my interest to move and the various other initiatives that I was participating in the organization, I got this opportunity to completely transition into senior product manager in PayPal. So I picked up the full-time opportunity of product management, but the question that was running behind my mind was, am I ready? Am I ready to pick this big role of a product manager in the organization? And will I be able to do justice to this, right? Um, so what I did at that point in time was I got suggestions to build the basics and make the fundamentals of product management stronger, so that I can experience those and apply those in my journey as a product manager. That is the time when I actually I took an opportunity and took a course with IPL called ICCP Flex. So this was a 5 months program where every month was dedicated to one particular domain. This course actually helped me to understand the fundamentals of product management and gave a methodical manner to my um, product management understanding. And considering I had already transitioned to this role, I started applying the processes and various learnings and things from this particular course onto my day-to-day job. And my primary focus was to build various reporting reconciled products to our merchants at PayPal. So this was my journey on how I explored different options on the way before I could even pick up a full-time opportunity with as a product manager with PayPal. So yeah, so this is all about me and my journey. What did I do to make a transition to a product manager? Now, moving on, so I do understand from Herlin and team is there are few enthusiasts in this forum who want to transition. And what I would like to ask and recommend is, before we think of transition, right, we should also ask ourselves, like, why do we want to transition firstly? Which career path is the next question, but consider few things before you plan for a career transition. Ask yourself, are you facing any existing challenges or obstacles in your existing career path, which you are thinking which would be going away by making a career transition move? Because even I had experienced that. So there was a point in time where I felt like, okay, enough, there is no end to this, and should I move now? So that's when I realized that. And I was also equally observing all other partners in my team who are on different other roles. Like, there is no career path which doesn't come with its own challenges. So every role is taxing, every role is exhausting, but definitely every role has its pros and cons. So just ask yourself, why do you want to transition? Identify your key responsibilities and key areas of interest. What are your skills, right? And with little upskilling and the passion where the areas where your passion lies, right, how can you use all these things to decide which career path to move? So that's why I have just put this question is very, very important to ask ourselves before even thinking of transitioning to any career path. But if you have already answered all of these to yourself, and you have decided to move to product management, right, certain recommendations that I can give based upon my journey was, definitely the first thing would be, you should master the fundamentals of product management. Product management is not um, about one particular skill or something. And this is an area where you will have to work with a lot of stakeholders, convince them, identify, prioritize. There's lot of angles associated with this. So unless we are very clear on the fundamentals, it is not going to be a smooth journey, considering the competition that is available in the market, right? So mastering these skills, getting involved, find out the opportunities, if not within your organization, explore opportunities outside also, so that you can start acquiring the skills with hands-on experience. And then networking is also very, very important. Start developing all the soft skills, communication skills, presentation skills. All these are very important for a product manager. Along with that, the other key thing is building user empathy. So never think of a solution in the first place, and don't try to benchmark the solution, but try to first understand what user is asking us, or what is the pain point that the user is facing, right? So these are just few things. All these I have experienced, if you see, in my career transition, and that's how I have put all these as a recommendation to you. But like I said, I mean, yeah, everyone's journey will be different. You can feel free to pick whatever is applicable from this journey of mine into yours. And yeah, that's all from my side. Open up for any questions that each one of you have.
Great. Thank you so much, Sunita, for sharing your journey and giving us such wonderful, advice. We do have a few questions that have come in, so I can, just read them out to you.
Yeah.
Right? The first one is from Akshay, who has let us know that he has 3 years of experience as development and currently works as a senior software engineer. His question is: should and how can I take part time or internship as product manager?
Okay.
Should
So
should he, and how? If yes, how should he?
the best thing, if you I mean, what I understand is you are already working right now and you want to explore this as a part-time opportunity to see whether it suits you and it interests you, right? So if it is a part-time opportunity, internship is one thing. If at all you have any such kind of opportunities within your own organization, express your interest to your peers, to your managements, and then look out for openings that your own company has for these areas, right? I'm sure definitely there will be phases where an existing product manager probably might be leaving, or there will be cases where they can also conduct hackathons and things like that. So use those opportunities, interact with people, interact with the people who organize such kind of events and all. Try to understand what kind of openings that you have in your own organization before looking out for something outside. If you're able to get it, nothing much good than that. Explore that and start involving yourself. It would be taxing because you will have to deliver your own existing responsibilities, but then I will assure you that that journey, the part-time role, the additional responsibilities will definitely help you give an insight to what a product management role is. But in case if you don't get such internship opportunities or some things within the organization, then you will have to look out for something outside, to see, like building a app which kind of gives you an insight into product management and learn the aspects of product management. That's all. That is what I would like to say you.
Great, thanks for that answer, Sunita. We have differentiate between your job description or your day to day operations before and after transitioning to product manager? And how do you link between these two phases, or is it completely different?
Okay. um, Definitely, it is different, I would say, because for me, in my journey, it was I worked on various roles in different organizations, and but when I transitioned from a technical role to product management role. So I would say definitely the roles and responsibilities were completely different. In the previous role as an engineer, I was actually listening to what requirements are coming on my way, building on that and delivering it to the client, right? But in the product management, it is no more of building and delivering what you are told to, but you are the one, you will have to explore the market, identify the kind of products that are needed, what are the users like looking for, right? And how are our competitors performing in the same areas. So you are the one who will have to identify what needs to be, what are your customer pain points, and what is that you can offer them which will be competitive enough in the market, help your users to easily use it, and then provide the value prop, bring the value prop onto the table. So it's a completely different ball game altogether compared to engineering. That's what I could say you. So the roles are completely different, at least in my case.
Of course. Thank you for that. We have Vishal next, who has asked, what are the changes that you are observing in your life after transitioning into product role?
Okay. Like I said, it is completely a different theme. The first change is, you are a single man army. You will have a team, but you cannot you are not the one who will lead the team, right? I mean, you don't have direct mm, power onto your team. So as a product manager, I need to possess the skills of, firstly I need to be good, I need to work on identifying the right problem statements, identifying and then work with the team in identifying the right solution, keep the team motivated, and trust that what we are building is really going to help the customer. And that is when, as a team and as a company, we will be seeing the benefits coming out of it, right? So being an IC individual contributor in the organization, it's not an easy thing. So we will have to keep upskilling ourselves both on the soft skills and on the product management skills, all these skills, right? So that is the first thing. So as an engineer, I had more control, at least closely working with the team members. You will have active decisions taken on the ground, but as a product, you will have to see how do you bring all the stakeholders together, all the team members together, to achieve what you want to achieve, and build the right products to the customer. So that's the biggest difference that I could see. Apart from that, yes, the journey is completely different. This journey involves product discovery, working with the customers. How do you even reach out to the right set of customers, right? Like every customer will have, yes, there will be problem statements, but how do you identify the right segment of customers, working with them, understanding prioritization? So previously, yes, it was easy to ask a product manager, like, why are you prioritizing this now? But now, as a product manager, I should be able to justify why we are prioritizing this, what are the benefits or the value prop to the customer. So yeah, I think every aspect of product management is different, and I definitely see a lot of changes in what I was doing previously with now. And then also, I mean, once you build on those things, then it comes to a phase of getting the product shipped to the customer, working closely with them in seamless integrations, helping them integrate with the products. And then how do you GTM, right? How do you what is your go to market plan? So all these are very new things for me, and I am on the path of learning all these things.
Great, thank you, Sunita. That was very insightful. We have Amrita on YouTube who has asked how to participate in similar hackathons like you did outside my organization.
Um, I think there are various channels, at least now, right? I mean, LinkedIn is one of the areas where you will have visibility into different kind of events that are happening across different organizations. Uh, Tap into those opportunities. Also, try to network with different people. If you have decided to move on to a particular career transition, and considering example as product, just join those groups which are active on product management. So there will be certain kind of announcements and updates that will be coming in those forums outside, on various events and various problem statements that would be pitched. Show your participation actively there, get involved, start sharing your ideas outside your organization in these public forums, right? And then tap onto the opportunities that are available outside. So there are various ways to do it, like networking. LinkedIn is one of the places, right? And then of course, I think if IPL also has access to such opportunities, you can also leverage IPL to pick up those opportunities and proceed.
Okay. Thank you, Sunita. We have Vishal next, who has asked, in line with your answer there, how did IPL help in building the product management fundamentals?
Okay, uh, that's a good question. See, where the background that I had was primarily building and delivering the products that were required from me to the customer. But then the whole insight of which problem statement are we picking, what is the pain point of the customer, understanding the whole customer journey, right? I mean, understanding the lens through which you look at the customer. I think that lens, how do you methodically go about that process of talking to customers? How do you identify the pain point and certain things which you should not be doing? Like, for example, as an engineer, our mindset is always to jump into a solution, which I even do today. And then there are people who stop me, like, okay, you are no more an engineer, you are a product now. So I consciously have to take a step back and not get into the shoes of solutioning, but understanding what the customer is actually requiring from us. So the customer lens, the journey with the customer, all these skills, I would definitely say these are the fundamentals which we have to get started on. So these are some of the things which I got from APL. And then the course was also very diverse. So it was not just about one module. The module had included understanding the fundamentals of product management, the customer journey maps, doing various case studies, right? How do you go about doing a case study? And the one bad thing was, when I picked up this course, it was all offline due to corona. But then one good thing was also, like, people were really motivated and interested to do group case studies. So working with group gives you a wide visibility into the thought process of different people, and why are they taking such kind of decisions, and what is the benefit out of it, right? So those case studies, I would say, definitely helped me. And then there was agile is something which we already were using in my organization. So, and getting little more details about agile concepts was helpful. And then the other modules like digitization and go to market, right? Go to market is very, very key in product management. So how do you even go about go to market? What are the strategies that you need to apply? So all these were definitely new to me, because I was limited to building and delivering. Whereas now, as a product manager, you need to plan all these phases. It's not just about identifying the problem, but how, after you identify the right problem, how do you go about the complete journey, ship your product to the customer, make sure to get feedbacks from the customer, again incorporate those feedbacks so that you are able to deliver a proper and good product into the market, and the customers are happy with it, right? So the whole GTM process. So I think this course was split into various modules, and there were takeaways from each of the modules for me, definitely.
Okay, great. Thank you, Sunita. Our next question is from Vivek, who has asked, what are the PM related charts that you use, and how much technical skill is needed to be a product manager?
Um, okay, for me, it is more the area where I am focusing is more on data and reconciled products to the merchants. So it is more, it involves more of data, and that's where there is a need of visibility and understanding of technical skills or technical terminologies also, right? So not going into too much detail, but you should be able to understand and communicate with your engineering team. So it's very important when you, I mean, putting down the requirement in a non-technical manner, yes, that works. But when you are able to resonate and understand what the engineering team is coming to you, what are the challenges that they are bringing to the table, and then you will be able to actually work with the team closely to identify and how do you unblock even the team as well as the product, right? How can you plan from product perspective? So those skills, I would say, are needed. So having not completely into technical, but then you should be able to understand what your team is communicating, and you also should be in a position to give them the ideas on how about exploring this path versus this path. So definitely technical skills would be helpful, but for that you don't have to do deep courses in technical areas, but definitely keep gaining knowledge on what is new in the market. Like, for example, these days AI ML is trending, right? But do you really need AI ML for everything? May or may not be. So you should be able to at least take a judgment of where do you apply these technologies and where you should not be applying. Maybe there are alternatives for certain problem statements which you can go about it without going into AI ML also. So we should keep learning to be able to take a judgment of how much deep we should be going and delivering the product. So that's what I, based upon my experience, this is what I can tell you.
Okay. Great, thank you, Sunita. We have Hariharan next, who has asked, how's the work-life balance in product management role? In software engineering, we do get work from home options. Is it the same for the PM role as well?
It all depends upon company to company. So I don't think there is anything. The role doesn't dictate whether you have work from home or not non-work from home.
Of course. Thank you. I think due to time constraints, we'll just take the last question for now, right? This is from Jackie, who has said, "Hello, ma'am. Thank you for sharing your inspiring journey. I would love to know how you managed your time and energy while preparing for this role."
There is no easy answer. I wanted to explore this path, so that was the only reason for which I tried to put my best in learning things, picking up roles outside my um, existing responsibilities and all. So time management, there is nothing called as time management, I would say. I could not manage time, but then the only reason, because I wanted to understand, I wanted to learn and move, that just kept me driving and being crazy about all the timings and all. Yeah, so that's why I was telling, I am not good. Maybe I have sacrificed something else over this. Maybe I have given less time to my kid over this, because so there have been sacrifices that I have done because I wanted to try this out. So there is no easy way of time management for sure.
Of course, if you have the passion for it, you will manage it.
Yeah, somewhere you have to cut down. So that's in an individual's choice and how we plan and go about it.
Of course. Great. Thank you so much, Sunita, for sharing your journey and answering everyone's questions and giving us such valuable insights and advice. Please accept this certificate of appreciation from the Institute, for joining us today and sharing your journey. The QR code on the certificate will take you to a dedicated Hall of Fame page that's been created on our website especially for you. So I will make sure to send this across to you. And thank you so much for joining us and sharing your journey with us today.
Sure. Thank you so much. I hope even if few people are able to take few insights and apply it, that would be super helpful.
Of course, I'm sure there are a lot, people will take away a lot from this. It has been a very fruitful session. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you
And
so
to all
much.
our attendees also, thank you for joining in. I'm sure this has been a fruitful session for you, right? But if you have any more questions and you want to get some more personalized advice, you can scan the QR code you can see on your screen right now, and you can book an appointment as per your availability for a one-on-one session with one of the career coaches here at the institute, right? So if you have any more questions, if you want a little more personalized advice, you can go ahead and scan the QR code and book your appointment. Okay. Great. I hope
Okay.
there has
Thanks.
been enough
Thanks,
time for
everyone.
everyone to scan it, right? That brings us to an end for today's session. I want to thank you all for joining in. Thank you, Sunita, also, right? Of course, thank you, Sunita, the most. But yeah, that brings us to an end for today's session. I wish everyone here very good luck on their product management career journeys.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Bye
Thank
bye.
you.